Hey, we are live.
Wahoo!
Hello. Wahoo!
Wahoo!
So, welcome everyone to what is it now? The third episode of Ask Azaria. And today I am joined by two of our most wonderful guests. To my yes,
To your side. To a side
To
of
one
you.
side.
to one side is Ate JC who plays Mirin. Would you like to plug your
Hello.
socials, Ate JC?
Hi, my socials would be at JCSFlow on all of the social media.
And down below, of course, we have this one. We have our brand new player. So, Mick, would you like to introduce yourself to Ask Azaria for the first time?
Hi, it's me again. But for the first time in this show, I'm Mike. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram in __MakeArt. Yo, that's it.
Yeah, this is Alois, guys. You should have
Yeah.
listened to them simping over Alois just a few minutes ago.
You gotta love your character.
Oh, yeah,
You
he's a
do.
great addition. You played him a few times, but I don't think we've ever played with. I don't think I've ever played as a player with Alois, but
Yeah, you haven't yet.
I want to just because he seems like fun. But yes, we are here to talk about Azaria. Of course, that includes our newest addition, Alois. So, Mike, talk about Alois. What inspired you to make Alois? What is his story? What is he like?
Alright. So, Alois's story is redacted. Spoiler, spoiler. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I mean, okay. Let's. I guess we could start with like what inspired Alois. Actually, the whole Larental siblings, the three of them, I first actually created Sebastian, the eldest brother, because I was going to play him in a one shot before. So, yeah, oops, spoiled. I first played Sebastian, right? And then, let's see. The prompt really for how I created him was very pretty nobleman. And then I liked him, so I created two more. Yup.
Mitosis.
Yup. Mitosis, basically. And I guess a really big part of why I love my characters is that I really love drawing them. That's like a big thing for me. Because I'm an artist, I like to draw. And I just get like so much happiness when I draw them because like they're really appealing to me and stuff like that. And Louise in like little one shots here in the server. And yeah, the JC would know because I played in her one shots with Alois.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'd say I really like I like that I can play Alois now in Azaria and Alois in Azaria before. Because I actually get to see that, oh, Alois, like 100 years before, he's a lot more introverted than he is now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Got a boob window.
Yes,
And now the glow up
it's
is a boob window.
confidence. Yeah. Like
He's like,
yeah, I think like a very iconic cantrip or spell like Alois has like in his before years is message, because in my party with the before Azaria Alois is he just messages everyone. Like you will not see him open his mouth. He will just put his hand on you and you just hear a voice in your head. That's how he communicates. But now I feel like oh, my baby has come so far. He can talk now.
And he's so
reaching
sassy.
yeah,
Sassy
it's the power
girl.
of the boob window.
It's the it's just me like getting hyped, I guess, during interactions, and I kind of snap back.
When you scolded the king,
That was so
that was
good.
so funny.
That was so good. It was like a really good comeback and so
like this
fast.
you see this young elf scolding like this man who looks older. He's like, "You
Yeah.
come back here."
Come back here.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
because since I did design Alois, like I created him from Sebastian. He really loves his family. So for the fact that he is meeting his descendant and they don't have the same like mindset when it comes to that, like they forgot what was going on. It's only been like a few years. That really upsetted him. So I tried to play on that type of thing. Yeah.
Oh, I love Eloise. I'm glad that I think I've seen art of all three of your characters. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
you played
Oh, yeah.
Sebastian on the server before,
Yeah, I have posted them before. Yes.
but I do think Eloise is my favorite. He's just so cute. Is he the youngest or is he like
He is the
middle
youngest.
child?
Yeah, he is the youngest of the three. And also he's the shortest.
How
I just
tall
love
is
that.
he?
Sebastian is 6 feet tall. Coraline is a 5'9", 5'8". She's really tall. And then Alois is 5'5".
Oh,
Did he
babe.
grow in the intervening years between
Not
He
at
did
all.
not.
and
He
Azaria?
did not.
He's
Oh,
the one who
gosh.
claims he's like, I've grown to 5'6", but you measured and it's still 5'5".
Still 5'5".
Yeah,
He
yeah.
claims he's 5'6", probably because of like he ties his
hair.
ponytail a bit higher.
He's like, I'm 5'6". I grew in the past 200.
Yeah, or maybe like his boots have like a little heel on there or something.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. With the boob window,
Yeah.
of
The
course.
boob window,
The
yeah.
window, a little bit of heel, the perfect bard.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh god, but yeah, thanks for all the the storytelling about Alois. I feel
Of
like
course.
the addition of a bard is just gonna be a lot of fun to the party.
A permanent bard.
Yeah, a permanent bard because Nick is I think
Yes.
the other personalities of Ace's character will be coming maybe soon, hopefully. But yes, we have a perma bard.
I'm actually like when I was first like asked to join the group, I was like really happy about it. It was like, wow, my first campaign, and like I'm really comfortable with the group. So like I was like, wow, that's
Actually,
really cool.
do you wanna talk about that? Because I'm actually very curious how was like
Hmm.
Kuya Zep the one that brought it up that you would join?
Yeah. Okay. So I think like there should be like context behind this because when I like joined the server, right, I played Alois in a one shot with Ate JC. And that group, we kind of called ourselves like the Misfits, and we are a group who have continuous sessions between one shots. Not a short campaign.
It's not a short
Yeah, yeah,
campaign.
short
It's just,
campaign.
It's not a short campaign, but
Yeah,
you'd see like we bring plot points from the old one shots into the one we're running right now. So like
yeah.
It's not a short campaign. We can
Not a
quit
short
whenever we
campaign.
Just a
want.
continuous series of one shots.
yeah, that's definitely what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So that group is called like the Misfits. And in one shot, we had Kuya Zep in it actually as a player. And there was this whole scene where we confronted like this assassin character who's trying to kill a nobleman that we were protecting, right? And then I remember being so stressed about it because everyone was dying.
Yeah.
I was the only one with healing spells, and I
Oh,
had none of them
no.
left. So, out of desperation, I started talking to the assassin. Assassin ghost revenge lady.
Yeah.
Very complicated. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why are you so angry? And apparently it's because the nobleman's a scumbag. A woman died because he wasn't there for her. And then Alois basically he told the ghost that he'll take care of the family that was left behind by this disgraceful nobleman. So he took them into his house and he ensured that what do you call it? He ensured that the child would have like a good home, and the sister of the dead woman would be provided for and stuff like that. Yeah, and then after like that whole session, like we were just hanging out, and then Kuya Zep was like, "I want to make this house canon in Azaria," and then I was like, "Oh, sure." And then like yeah, we just started talking about it, stuff like that, and then yeah, I honestly just started. I think just talks just started with us just being okay. My lore is just in there, right? I didn't think I'd actually be a player, but then like the episode before I appeared, like the episode where I did appear, like an hour before that, Kuya Zep was like, "Hey, Mike, you wanna play in Azaria?" And I was like, "What?" And then the discussion was, "You want to play in Azaria? I'll add you next week." And then he called me again. I was like, "Oh, Mike, you wanna come in tonight?" And we were like, "What? All right." It was
1
like
hour.
yeah, like around an hour before like the stream started, and I was there like just waiting for his cue. Like I was legit. I was staring at our PMs on Discord, waiting for him to like spam me to go into the into the voice chat.
Because it was a surprise. Like, none of
Yeah,
the other players knew that it was gonna
yeah,
happen, and that
yeah.
was such a good surprise.
I mean,
Also,
I remember
remember.
everyone was like, "Oh, you kept such a good secret," but more it was a secret you had to keep for an hour. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I remember that one shot where you first dropped Aloise's lore. Because of course I would remember it. I ran that one
Yeah,
shot,
yeah,
but
you were the
also
DM.
because like it is still to up to this date one of the best one shots I ran
No
because of the
way.
lore. It was so good how you like weaved it in, and just like it seemed so alive, the story. Like it's always been there, like how you told your lore at the time. So that was like chef's kiss.
Yay. And I think like a good part of that, like I think maybe your thought process of like how I weaved it in and whatever. I think that also resonated with Kuya Zep because like when he was like, "Oh, let's make this canon." And then he dragged me to this VC right now, and then like a lot of things were just falling into place. Like even like coincidentally, because like it's just my lore, but like the stuff I created like fit really well with the story, and like it just
Does.
melted. And I was like, wow, it's so nice.
Like everyone was dying in the one shot. Everyone was dying, and you just straight up said like, "House Larenthal will pay for the child." Like what? What is this House Larenthal? And I'm just like, just go with it. Just go with it. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
It's such a great lore drop.
and now the house is
In-game.
canon.
And
now
now
it's
the house is canon.
canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. But yeah, actually, that took up 15 minutes, which makes me
Oopsie.
very happy. No, it makes me
Oh,
very
oh,
happy
yeah,
because it
that's
means
good.
15 minutes of just talking about Aloise, aka
Yee.
I will adopt. I wanna adopt
I
it
love
so bad.
you.
But yeah, of course, since at the JC's here, of course, I want to talk
Yeah.
about Mirin.
Mirin.
Oh, Mirin Agdasat.
Mirin. Yeah, because Mirin started out as such just a bubbly character, and like
Oh,
now she's the
so.
one who's frontlining like the trust issues of the group.
Yeah,
Trust issues.
she has a lot. No, because we didn't get to stream the start of this campaign, right?
Oh yeah.
But at the start of the campaign, if you have met Mirin, she had like a higher pitched voice. She was like, every time she comes out, she's like, "My name is Mirin Agnesat." Her whole spiel, she always says that to anyone, and then she's like confused why they know her. Like at the very start of this of that campaign, she was a naive fish out of water character,
Literally.
and literally a fish out of water character. And she at the start of the campaign, that was her first time in combat as well. I remember we had to fight a bunch of goblins inside the cave, and the way I played it was, at her first hit, she was praying to Zebian so hard. She's like, please, 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 let this hit, let this hit, let this hit. And then it hits, and she's like, ah. And then afterwards, she furiously writes in her journal, like, oh, I slew many goblins today. I'm just like my Uncle Miris.
Oh.
She was like a sweetheart. And then just so open to everything, basically. 'Cause she just like a sponge absorbing like information
Yeah.
about the
Fish called
outside world.
pink.
The fish
Literal
called pig.
fish.
Yeah. And then trauma happened.
Uh-huh. As it
Yeah,
does.
Betrayal,
as it
murder.
Trauma, betrayal, murder. Yeah, a lot happened to Mirin, happened to the group and to Mirin specifically, that it kind of stacked up and stacked up and stacked up. That now the Mirin that I play right now is no longer the same naive, bubbly girl she was at the start, which is, I think, in 18 sessions, kind of fast. Because
Yeah.
I remember Ace and Chi making bets on when the corruption arc would be,
And it happened really fast.
and it
No,
happened.
we were saying
I
the
mean-
corruption arc. We didn't say when the corruption
Yeah.
arc would be.
Like you were all waiting for the other shoe to drop, kind of like you can't be this pure and
Because
innocent in D and D.
I've played really pure characters, and they always have to. Because if what I found is that if they don't experience trauma before the session or before the campaign, they're gonna experience it during.
Yeah, like because it's changed, right? It's a campaign with combat. It's hard to not change either for the better or for the worse, but still change either way, right? So yeah, I think I'm more comfortable playing Mirin now. Especially like at the start, it was kind of like, oh, how can I make the other players laugh?
Mhm.
Was my mindset. Like how can I make other players laugh with like how out of fish out of water my character is. And now it's just like, well, this is now a real character. She has her own wants, she has her own desires, and I'm just going along for the ride.
I wish I could have seen that development.
Mm.
But my first, like the first time I watched Azaria live was, I think, when you were all having that argument in that place. And I really wanted to watch the VODs before, right? Just to like catch up on what was happening. But then the whole I am now apparently a player type of thing happened, right?
Oh,
so
now you
now
can't watch the ball.
I decided not to watch the VOD. So I am literally Alois, just trying to figure out what's happening in the group. So I could like play him better.
What I like most about Alois is how well he fits into the group at the
he
get go.
really does.
Like there really wasn't a lot of like adjustment. If ever there will be
Feels
adjustments,
like he's
I think it's
custom
just
made.
Victor. It's just
He
Victor
feels-
who's going to have to adjust.
He
But
feels like
otherwise,
he's custom made for
What was that?
yeah.
not just Azaria but for the party.
Yeah, custom made for the whole thing. It's like destiny.
I wonder
Very
how
bad.
Victor's
That's
gonna
bad.
slot in there though.
I don't know.
And another thing.
I
And
feel like
another
not just
thing.
Victor. I think once we get Spade back or like another character from
Oh
Ace,
god, yeah,
because
Spade
they come back and they see this whole new person, and it might feel weird for them that the rest of the party is like acclimated to like this new person in the party type of deal. So
God, that's right. Because Spade's very just mistrustful. I wonder how.
Yeah.
But I feel like
That's actually a thing I want to see with like Spade and Alois
Because
interact.
for me, what I think is that Nick looks up to you, and if you
Yeah.
get on Nick's good side, Spade can't do anything about it.
That's true. That's true.
Like if Nick really likes you, like Spade's not gonna break that for him. So if you get Nick to like you, I think you'll be fine. And Victor's awkward but nice.
We'll see.
Then
Oh
again,
no, not
right now-
anymore. He's in his emo phase right
Yeah,
now.
he's
So
in his emo
Mega
phase. He listened to a
Victor.
My Chemical
Mega
Romance
Victor.
song.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
eyeliner now, and so like, I wonder if that's gonna change his personality. I hope not, but
I honestly don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm
Like,
scared.
coming this Sunday. I don't understand.
yeah, because
he
I
rolls
also
from the deck, and the deck
Mm.
stole his soul, and now you guys need to find his soul.
But then,
but
Hello?
yeah,
But
he's
he's here?
here.
yeah.
It'll be
And-
canon for Mirin to think that all that magical jumbo mumbo jumbo that she did at the last time was
Was
the
her.
one that healed Victor.
I think that
And now
would
he's
be
like a zombie Victor.
Oh,
So
no.
like, oh, I did it. I healed him.
Oh
I
god!
think that would be a really good like a moment in her timeline though. Like thinking that did help. But then
and
like
then realizing
then,
it
like,
didn't.
maybe when we continue the sessions you find out there whatever the hell is going on here. And then just like internal conflict might happen. Who
Oh
knows? You know?
god!
Might be
You're
really
gonna
interesting to see.
traumatize Mirren some more.
Oh, Mirin, my love, has been traumatized so much. Like in every arc, there is not one arc that she didn't get affected.
Oh,
That's
shit.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Like even the ones before the stream,
before
had
the stream.
Mirren
Even-
getting hurt so much, and it's just like
At the very start of the campaign, she passed out in combat.
What?
She passed
Are-
out in combat. Fire elemental.
I remember that.
Well, we fought a fire elemental who was directly talking to Mirin, who was saying that, are you the same as the others? Are you the same as the others? And so
Holy
Mirin, as like an innocent, pure cleric, she's like, no, I'm not like the others. I can help you, whatever. And so as combat went on, I wouldn't like move away from the fire elemental, which meant that I was getting roasted all the while. Yeah, so
Even
fire
with your-
damage every round.
Oh shit! Even with your high AC, or like is it because you're close? That's why you took. it?
Because
think
I'm
it's 'cause you're
close.
close.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
if you're
get
in
like
like
fire damage.
vicinity of a fire elemental, I think you take
Oh.
damage. Yeah.
And then it ended up with her passing out into the fountain.
Christ!
Yes.
Wow.
Because like, and even before the campaign started, I remember the pre-campaign sessions.
Mhm.
She had, oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this because it is pre-campaign.
That's
Oh,
true. Yeah, it might be
yeah.
backstory. So
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true.
Yes,
So
we
I'll
can.
just zip. But she experienced trauma
Pre-campaign.
pre-campaign.
Redacted.
redacted happened.
All I'm gonna say
Pero
is that
trauma.
yeah, she experienced like the first jolt of trauma pre-campaign, and then campaign went on, and it's just one thing after the other, and it was like at one point I had to ask myself like, how am I gonna keep this character still innocent in the face of such betrayal, such trauma, adversity. Yeah. The most that really affected her would be Speaker Augur. I don't know if you got to watch that.
I can't anymore.
can't. Yeah.
But I know of him a little because you guys brought him up last session. A
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
Speaker Augur is an asshole. He's like
Yes.
even out of character. I hate that fucking guy. I hate him. I hate him to the very
like-
core of my being.
So this isn't the thing that happened while stream was going on, and this is also no longer. This is related to something that's no longer major in the campaign, so I believe I'm
Mhm.
allowed to say it. I used to play a bunch of NPCs for Kuya
Mhm.
Zep, like I would be. So the first time I was like this drow wizard who was kind of there to introduce the plot and bring some of the characters together, like pre-campaign. And then the second character I played was a little child who got exposed to Speaker Augur. And that was one of the most like, I want to get out of here. I want to get
That
out of
sounds
here.
traumatic.
moment.
Like I'm just thinking of like what the fuck happened there, and I was like,
It's not, no, it's nothing like triggering or anything.
Alright.
I just like tried to quote unquote recruit my character, I believe was what was happening. Thankfully my character did escape. And now who knows if you'll ever see her again.
Oh God,
I'm sure she's fine.
Hollowport is like the mistake. It's like the albatross hanging around Victor and Mirin's neck. And everyone, I'm guessing, even Spade, who's fond of saying "I told you so," it's still like a regret that she has.
Yeah, for context, I guess for people who are just keeping up via stream.
Why?
No, you can keep it on.
It's okay.
Hollowport is just the city that they were in before they went to Stormspire. Like it's where everybody first met up. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's where we all met. It's how we all got together. It's the very first test for everyone, basically.
Yeah.
And it's now a specter in our past, just haunting us forever.
Oh yeah, the drunk guy.
They are still there.
Remember that drunk
The
guy?
drunk guy.
Yeah, he's like, you didn't have any family in Hollowport. You're proud of killing all those people. And I'm like, holy shit, it's coming back.
Not the drunk.
I thought we left it.
Even that far away from like
Even
you
that
guys are like
far
on the
away.
opposite side of the continent at this point, right? And it's still reached. Like what the hell?
It's scary.
Because we never got to resolve it for ourselves. We left Hollowport for Stormspire in a quick pace. And then eventually, when we got to Stormspire, we got transported somewhere else. And then now we're transported somewhere else 30 days into the future. So like, we never really had a closure to any of those things. It's just like a very quick change of events that's also traumatizing.
I feel like you guys will have to go back to Hollowport sometime. Like,
I think that's the goal.
Yeah, I think that's why
of-
they want to get out of
one
Tuskegee right now.
of the people that you guys need to punch in the face is still in Hollowport, if I'm not mistaken.
Is who? Who?
Yota? Is he not in Hollowport?
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to punch him in the face.
I will. No, I don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
If none of you guys punch him in the face, I'm gonna like get my NPC. I'm gonna be like, Zep, let me play this NPC now, and then I'm gonna go up and punch him in the face.
But I think that might still be like a ways away because from where we are at the very south, there's this whole mass, like this gigantic land that's just hostile. So
this is like super interesting. The whole of Tuskegee, the political intrigue is super interesting, but also at the same time, it's like, especially for Mirin, it's like, I don't want to get into this again. You know what I mean? I already got burned before by doing politics, and like if I wade into something like that again, I'm afraid it's gonna be another betrayal.
That's so interesting because I feel like if Mirin opened up about this with Alois being another nobleman who's like, you know, a few years already into like experience, even though it's like his brother took care of a lot of it. I think I just play Alois as this very empathetic, cares about other people a lot type of character.
Yeah.
So if he knew that someone had this fear of, actually he already knows, like Nick already verbally said that he didn't want to fight. So now he's really advocating for maybe we don't have to fight. We just need to form an alliance to better get through the
Yeah.
Crimson Dawn, because like he himself doesn't really advocate for war, you know.
But I do have like a genuine question. Hollowport is by name a port town. Theoretically, can you go by boat?
Yeah, that is the one question that we asked in the game. In game, we asked like, "Oh, where's the nearest port so we can go back to the north?" And the thing about Triskine is all the ports are up north.
They're in
That's yeah,
Lorin.
yeah. So like, we still have to traverse the whole land just to get to these ports. So
Rip.
yeah,
And I think it still would, like the Crimson Dawn, even if we go through by water,
Mm.
they would still be a threat, because it's like Triskine, Lauren, Crimson Dawn, Hollowport, right? So if we go like around it, I feel like the waters near to Crimson Dawn would still be pretty hard to traverse.
Could you
Would
get
they?
protection of the Triton?
Oh, where is Agnes in this?
Right? Like, maybe
Aha!
I feel like in canon, Mirren should know where Egnas is. So maybe if you can like
we have a
stay
map.
kind of near the
We do
Egnas
have a map.
region, maybe it would be a little safer.
We do have a map. Let me like search
me-
for it on the
Oh,
table.
big
Yeah.
brain!
I know that the Sea of Agnes is somewhere near. It's still like within the area. But the thing about that is, yeah, it's to the left of Crimson Dawn, the
Oh,
Sea of Agnes.
The left.
hold on, let me just.
So we have to go like around.
There you go. So the Sea of Egnas. So you guys are like in the far north of this continent, or arguably, I
We're
believe
in
it's
the
another
south.
continent.
South. Triskine is like the southest.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
Triskine
in
is
the
in the. Oh, sorry, did I say north? South.
Yeah.
And you guys need to get to where's Hollowport?
Hollow Port would be in Dathobar, I think.
Oh, I see. So either way, that's still quite a bit where
Mhm.
you can't get the protection.
Oh, and then even if we get, this is out of character talking, right?
Yeah.
I think even if we get Lauren, like if we manage to talk to the brother there and try to sail around to the Sea of Egnas, there is Thagon. Which is, I feel like if we don't talk to that brother, is also hostile. Because remember, all three of them are bashing heads
Yeah.
right now.
Give me one
So that would
second.
be like-
I'm actually going to save the map so
Yeah.
that we can show it to the stream.
Refer to it. Yeah.
Yep.
If my finder would open. Okay.
Ye-
But yeah, I it's possible, but I don't think it's efficient.
Mm-hmm.
It's safe in theory, and maybe Mirren can visit friends and family.
The thing
Might
is,
take a
okay,
while.
my thing.
Oh,
Speaking of, hello.
Hello.
hello, we are discussing the map, so just give me 1 second so that I can put it on screen
Yep.
so that
Oh,
people
I was
can
going to
watch.
say this even before Quill
Yeah.
Zep came up, but like I think, wait, no, never mind. I forgot.
Okay.
Thing about this is, I don't think, out of character, right? This is just me like theorizing on the game. I don't think Zep is going to make us go to Agnes anytime.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no,
don't think
he-
that. Oh, even to you left. Because I think the path we are supposed to take is like Lauren, Thagon, Crimson Dawn, then up
Yeah,
north.
and
I
up
think
north.
that's the.
Yeah.
It's like we as players understand that okay, our DM does have this path. It's just all the characters convincing each other of like, come on, guys.
I'm live, I promise.
Yeah, you're back, Chi.
I am the
Welcome back.
disembodied voice. I apologize. I forgot that
I
my
forgot.
Discord crashes when I try to stream.
Oh, the
Mm. I'll try to stream it.
Okay, I'm on browser now,
Oh,
so
okay. All
She
right.
has done it.
I have
Bowser.
There
done
you
it.
go.
Yes, so this is the map, the entire map that ASF has provided so far for the world of Azaria.
Mhm.
Oh, damn.
As of now, they are here in
Interesting.
Tristine, and they need to get back up like here.
Right, Sep? It's in Dathabar.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
in Dathobar. Upper
Here.
part, yes.
So, like, we were theorizing
Different
earlier
ways.
that
Oh,
the
okay.
different ways that we could traverse towards back to Hollowport. If we go by sea, it might mean that, as Mike said, the Crimson Dawn would be a problem because they might have control of the sea's surroundings.
Let me just zoom in a
Oh.
bit.
And then she brought up the idea that, well, maybe we could ask the Tritons for help because the Sea of Agnes is right there. Which is,
That's a good
interesting.
suggestion. Yeah.
But I guess one of the problems there is that it risks a conflict between the Crimson Dawn and Egna.
And the
That
And
Tritons.
yeah.
that isn't a
Yeah.
thing that's already happening because
Mhm.
it
The
might already be a
Crimson
thing.
Dawn egg.
The Crimson Dawn
And-
is.
And my
So-
thing,
Yeah.
if we go by boat, there are not many chances to hide in the open waters. Is my thing. Is like if we are correct that the Crimson Dawn has like hostile territory of the seas, and then
Okay.
they spot us, we are there in the open waters.
Also, lore question. So these three are the three that are fighting, right? These are the three descendants.
Yeah.
I'm not watching. Let me-
Theon, Lauren, and Triskin.
Yep.
And then this is the
Yes.
Crimson Dawn who you are fighting.
Yes.
Who
Um,
this?
Or
yeah,
like
who is Skadi? Who rules Skadi then?
Oh. That's a
Because it's
good
bound.
question.
If you're heading north, you're bound to pass by there. In fact, including here.
maybe we don't know yet.
Maybe you don't know, but I mean, you guys have traveled maybe a little bit at least, right?
Before the games, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
The
so-
most traveled of us would be
Alois.
Alois.
Yup.
Yes. Also
'Cause-
Spade.
Yeah, and Spade.
Mhm.
According to Ace, she realized that Spade traveled so little in seeing the whole map.
Mhm.
Like she traveled a lot
Ooh.
in one region.
Like,
But
there's
like,
I
whole
think it
continent
would be
over
Alois
here.
because
this
he
whole fucking continent.
has been outside of the
Triskin.
previous
Yeah.
Triskin Tagon Lauren because he's been in where is
Marauders
Where?
Haven,
Marauders
just
Haven?
below.
Marauders
In
Haven,
Mer-
I think it's this one.
yeah. So he's been
Yeah.
there, and the way he operates is he goes around taking people in. So who knows where
Yeah.
else this boy has been? You know.
That's true. And you have been in like the southernmost part of Marauders Haven.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's a whole lot of land in between.
Yeah. And yeah.
God.
And you guys could always be like, hey, let me drop this last name. I don't think Alois has ever by himself said that he was Alois Larental and other than to you guys. It's always
Yeah.
been the party being like, look at this nobleman we have in our party.
Look at
Hey,
Look at this
guy.
lord. It's never been Alois trying to flaunt that nobility out.
So,
So,
like,
does
yeah.
Alois know what Skadi is?
Kuya Zep, would I know what Skadi is? See, there's still a lot that I have to. Woo!
Yes. I would say that Alois would know at least general knowledge about Skadi.
Mhm.
But there are other people also in the party who know about this place as well.
Ooh. I wonder. Interesting.
Yeah. Other people.
What is
They-
Scadi?
Oh. Scotty.
Gone. Oh,
Mike?
Mike is back.
Mike,
Yeah.
hello.
Okay. So what's
Yeah,
Sorry about the dogs.
Oh yeah, the general info that I can give about Skadi is that Skadi is a like the frozen north in terms of like Skadi and the Avalok above. It's like interconnected.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm back.
Hello.
My tent was weird for a moment. Hi.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, general knowledge that I can give about Skadi is like, yeah, the Skadi and Avalok is connected, and they are.
evil in it.
Yeah, and also the
Evil.
other one is Necrium. It has Necrium. There's like a
Woo!
place called Necrium, and it's like,
We'll find
well,
out.
well, are you necromancers in this place?
Someone's gonna die in there. No.
Is this evil?
Yeah.
Is this debil? Oh yeah.
Devil? Death?
So, what were you guys talking about while I was like not here?
We were
We
talking a lot about Alois and Mirren.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like how Eloise came to be and like all that stuff.
How Mirren was traumatized. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of trauma, that is one of the most excited parts I am of like being able to tell about Eloise.
Oh, I thought you were just excited for trauma.
That too. Right. If you guys would like ask other personal friends like who know me and how I create characters and like creative stories in general, I will present it as one thing, but then when you keep looking into it, it is definitely another. That is how I like to play my characters. That's how I like to make my
fair.
stuff.
Yeah.
For me, Mirren started out as just a fun character. I didn't want to give her like a sad backstory because I already have like other characters that have sad backstories. So I thought like, yeah, why not try something else? But now like I wrote like a 5-page backstory eventually for Mirren.
Golden
And
Child Syndrome.
oh, is she though?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Find out on
Find
Sundays.
out on Sunday. Because and speaking of Sunday, speaking of the session, last session's ending, wild, the wildest. Just
Oh god.
the trigger warnings at the start was like, why does this warrant a trigger warning? We're just going shopping, right? And then suddenly by the end,
I think we were
everybody got
talking
traumatized.
before we went live. Kuya Zep was like, "Oh, we might have trigger warnings this session," and we were joking about, "Haha, who is it going to be?" And at the end of it, was like, "It was everyone! It was everyone!" Christ, it was everyone!
everyone except
No
for
one.
Victor. But I think like Victor is experiencing a different kind of trauma right now.
Victor is having
He's
his
nega
Victor
Victor.
just discovered Welcome to the Black Parade by Michael.
Yeah, he has. But like everyone's not all of their backstories, but a hint of their backstories were kind of revealed in a dream, right? And it was a shared dream, so everyone got to hear what everyone else's regret, fear, whatever past they have. So
I really enjoyed that, but at the same part, I want to explore this one specific detail of that whole shared dream scenario is that there were 5 of us asleep in that room. And I feel like Alois would feel so guilty that he knows that the whole other party knows what Aster has been through, and there's a cat. There is no assurance
Show the
that
cat. Don't be shy.
here is my cat.
Hi, cat.
His name is
Yeah.
Henry. Wait, he
Hello.
wants to
Hey,
sit on my
Henry.
lap. I think like that would be a really big thing for Alois, that he knows that something really sensitive about Aster. Like technically the whole party does, and none of them know. None of them know if Aster had that same dream because he wasn't with them, right? It feels like really unfair. So I feel like that's a thing that I really want to explore on Sunday. Christ, I'm sorry. He wakes
Oh,
up
no,
and
no,
he
it's fine.
Aster as a character is like
appreciate
Trauma the
cat.
character. Right?
Trauma the character.
Trauma the character. That's Aster.
That's
Like,
one thing to bond about.
I think
Tell Henry I appreciate his cat butt.
you have a very cute cat butt.
Yes.
Aster is like no lucky breaks ever.
Yeah.
They've never had a lucky break.
arguably the unluckiest
I can be
character, I think. Just from what's happening so far, like
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Aster's
about
the
this.
only one whose backstory and like trauma has ended up in straight up murder.
Oh shit.
Oh, there is something you guys didn't ask about Alois last time.
Oh no, Alois
I
trauma?
wanted to ask it, but you were like out
Okay,
of it. You were like, oh
okay.
no.
Here's the thing.
I'm
Here's the
having
thing.
a thing.
Okay. There is Alois, yes? And he is like, oh, I'm in pain. I am so tired. But me as Mike, go ahead. I love that
The
shit.
cat
Traumatize my character. Go ahead. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I can't control this man. He
It's
wakes up
okay.
and he does whatever he wants.
We appreciate Henry.
Cat stream.
If only my dog was here. Yeah, it's a cat stream
Oh,
now, guys.
shoot.
Sorry.
Hold on.
It's just Henry appreciation. But like speaking along the lines of your impressions, I guess, of other characters, I do want to know as a player, what are your impressions or suspicions of the other characters? Do you have any theories as to what's happening? Why Aster suddenly has murder, or why Victor has emo phase, or
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey.
We're theorizing on the characters.
theories
On the
and
other characters.
suspicions
Yeah,
on the other
theories and
characters?
I heard something about Aster murder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think may have caused just that?
This speaking for me that this is the mic that I don't watch the VODs before. Like I did not watch the VODs before my appearance, just so I'm really blank slate. I don't understand what's happening. But my brain think, what's his name? Uvdis in Aster Brain is my thought.
This Aster brain.
Yes. Because I see this man smile and he's smiling. Woo! Woo!
I can only give reactions.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can't affirm or deny.
You need to like
anything,
practice your poker face when we're talking about theories.
Here's the thing about Aster as well. Aster is so cagey about their past, but they're also very transparent in how cagey they are.
That's just
You know, right? Yeah, it's how Ellie plays Aster is like, oh, don't worry about it, right? Whenever anything about Aster comes up, she's always like, don't worry about
Avoidant,
it. Like,
yeah.
I will prod.
she's avoiding, but it's so obvious how they're avoiding it
Yeah.
that it's like, oh, you know something's up, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like a challenge. Now I want to prod about it.
And
What do
you
you mean?
can because you do have a
Yeah.
connection
yeah.
with
You are a
Aster.
player. You have a connection to
I have a
Aster. Ellie,
connection with Aster.
Louise is Ellie's time.
Yeah. Just like tuck your
Wait,
hair behind your ear and say,
you
"Oh my
know,
god."
Like, oh my god,
I
you're
what
so
the
funny.
wait. It's really entertaining that you guys are saying like, oh, Aloise is Ellie's time. When like before I even knew I was gonna be a player, I watched the introductions video. And when I went to Aster, I was like, oh, I like this one.
Oh, and Aster
This is my time.
is
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
match made in
gonna
heaven.
Oh
happen.
dear.
Like prior to this, all right. Like prior to this, Aster and Spade had a moment, but canonically, Aster could not remember it. And then people were like, "Oh, Aster and Spade, Aster and Spade," and then suddenly, afterwards, after the whole Oliver debacle, Aster and Mirren had a moment, and now like, "Ooh, Aster and Mirren, what if Aster and Mirren?" But now, Aster met Aloise, and it's just like sparks flew. It's so rom com. They met in a cave. That's their
So
cute meet cute.
rom-com.
It's so rom com. Like
I
just sparks flew.
like going about just how Ellie and I have like a personal preference for each other's characters. I still am though really interested in seeing the first genuine interaction between these two in like a downtime sort of moment.
That
And
would
that's where
be
we're
really
really going to see what's up with these two. But
But for
I don't
me,
want to say what. But yeah, I think I have an idea already on how to approach Aster as Aloise. Thinking about, I've been thinking about this the whole week. I kid you not. I was like, of like how
Oh.
I'm sorry, like just thinking about. Okay, Aloise has seen this part of Aster, and then it makes him feel bad because like, hey, I know this seems unfair, you know.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, the whole Aster dream sequence is very redacted when Aloise thinks about it.
Mm.
You know, it's just there is this opportunity of like a conversation that they could have that I really want to be like, give it to me. Give.
I
'Cause-
I was thinking Aloise and Aster might develop just a Black Widow Hulk type of relationship where Aloise calms Aster down.
But
I
of
just want to
course,
see fan art of like Aloise playing his violin and Aster just leaning on the other shoulder.
And Alois is 6'3", while Alois is 5'5", while Aster is
Aster's
6'3".
Yeah.
Eh,
So good.
yeah, boy.
and um as Aloise's player looking into like this, because yes, when it comes to characters I do like to ship. It's like delicious. And as me as Aloise's player, and I'm looking into like the potential of their relationship. Like of course you guys see what Aloise can do for Aster. But then here I am like seeing what Aloise or what Aster can offer to Aloise, but I am holding it in because you guys don't know him that well yet. And I really want to just come out, naturally. If it happens, it will happen.
I mean, you should see my DMs. I am just the punching bag for every single like person who wants to share their Azaria secret. Like Ace PMs me during sessions. It's like, gee, this thing is happening, and I'm like, why are you chatting me during stream?
This feels like an invitation for me to talk about Aloise and Aster in your DMs. I don't know.
That is completely fine. You can do that as much as you want. You can bury the K-pop juice. What?
What? Anyways, because the only other person it is not a secret that when I have like this OC or the character I hyperfixate on, I will draw them.
Yeah.
I feel like I've sent so many works in progress to only Kuya Zep because of all of the plot implications it has, and I cannot tell anyone other than Kuya Zep because all of my other friends watch Azaria, so I'm like, I can't spoil
I
them.
have since become the punching bag for lore. So it's that's why like it's gotten to the point that I think I know too much for me to join the party.
Yeah.
So it's like because I know too much about other characters' backstory and stuff. In particular, no, I'm not gonna name drop.
In particular, just one person.
In
But a lot of
particular, redacted.
in particular redacted, and yeah, so you guys can always like just personally
Alright,
just
that's
drop
a
it in
way
my DM.
safer option because I feel like every time I send something to Kuya Zep, it's like putting my hand like in somewhere
That's
dangerous.
also why Ace rants to me, because Ace can't even rant to Kuya Zep because Kuya Zep will use it against her characters.
But at the same time, I want that. Yes, go
Still
ahead.
theorize with Sep sometimes. I still theorize, and it's like, oh, he used it. All right. Pum, 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 pum.
Pum, pum,
Bum,
pum.
I mean, is it
bum,
he used it or
bum.
that's what he was planning all along?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
He never tell. He never
know.
tells.
Yeah.
God.
All right. Suspicions about Aster. I feel like, of course, I could never really know like the whole truth about Aster's backstory, but I feel like it's there's like the enough has happened with the character that I can say that um it's the sword. It's
Yeah.
something about being a warlock that's the problem that they're going through. And then with the thing about the dad being in the Crimson Dawn,
Is one of
as
our theories.
it's one of our theories,
Yeah.
the dad being in the Crimson Dawn according to the dream that we had.
Mhm.
Like, so that's how they're connected to the Crimson Dawn. I still, as a player and as the character, have no idea what the Crimson Dawn is. All I know is that they're terrorists of some sort, right?
Imperialists? They seem to want to conquer land.
Yeah.
They're like a brigand, right?
Yeah.
They're a brigand
They're an active
group.
threat to the kingdom that you're currently
That
in.
Yeah.
Ooh, thinking about it, it's like my theory right with Aster is that it really does have something to do with his dad. And if we do find if we do ask Aster and we do find out that his dad is connected to the Crimson Dawn, that would have I would assume that his dad did something because of how little regard Aster's dad seems to have for Aster. Maybe some fucky magic shit happened, and if he is in the Crimson Dawn, this might be connected.
I mean,
Should I
this
give
is-
a clue about what the
this is color
Crimson
is
Dawn
red.
is?
No, it's fine. I can
That's fine.
learn about it in game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you can always if you want to give them a clue, you can always drop it in
I
the
also
game.
have this one theory, it's totally I don't know. I just feel like in the set in our group, right?
Mhm.
At least one of the characters have a really strong connection with one of the three gods is what I'm thinking. We have a cleric mirrored with Zevian, and also Hayden with Zevian.
Yeah.
Hayden
You're
is a
correct.
Zevianite.
Yeah, and then if we are correct with Aster's connection with this, that's two.
So who's connected to Dower? Because the Dowerites are Spade. Are you a Dowerite? Yes.
Yes.
Alois.
I have a feeling that
Wind
wind
chimes.
chimes is a diorite. Yeah.
I feel like wind chimes is a Daora. Like he
What
doesn't
what's Victor's religion?
He has.
Not
godless.
yet said? Or is he like none?
No, he said it in a previous game, I think.
Yeah.
He don't he doesn't believe in one god. That
Do you believe in all
that kind
three?
of deal. No,
He
like
Or does he
he
believe in
yeah,
none?
He
he
doesn't
believes in
worship
none.
the gods.
He doesn't
Oh,
worship. There.
so that's
the word.
really like that would be like a really cool premise to like see that like at least one person in the party has like a different god they serve, and then we have Victor who's like serves none. So like
He's just here the whole time when everyone's talking about their gods. Like,
And
but
then
yes,
now with the introduction of like, oh, there were more
Mm.
gods.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
Ooh.
did I
Which
do
is why
this?
I'm really like looking into that party connection with the divine, because gods are playing like a really big role in the campaign.
Yep.
So it would only make sense that we do have like some sort of main character connection to the other three gods if this whole shit is gonna happen.
The other three gods?
Three, like the three main.
Three main.
Yeah. Yeah. Very
But yes, okay.
interesting.
We can theorize on the other characters
Yeah.
in a bit, but for now we will be taking a quick break.
Yay.
Yes, to
Yeah.
breathe. But yes, so we will see you guys in a little bit.
Bye.
secret discover.
Her. Wow, we are back. Oh.
Hello.
So,
It's
hello
us.
to everybody again. We are just here to talk more about Azaria.
Yes.
We love
Of
that.
course, the first question and one that I should have asked since the first episode of Ask Azaria, Zep, what the fuck?
What the hell were you thinking?
How dare you, sir?
Like these
Why?
were characters throw that kind of trauma, and you're just gonna nerve.
It makes for a good story.
Question mark?
I remember Zap saying last night, like, oh, you know what? The thing about one shots is you get trauma all in one dump, and then like in long campaigns you get trauma like long form. And I'm like,
This
I don't give trauma in my one shots, dude.
this says a lot about his ano.
Yeah,
his
that's
way
your
of being.
DMing style. I don't do that, dude.
Traumatizing people and then treating them from the trauma as if you weren't the one that gave them the trauma to begin with.
I mean,
Yeah.
life is just a series of multiple significant emotional experiences.
Well, that is true.
Nar.
Some mundane, but still significant.
Trauma.
Anyway, back to theorizing about the characters, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you guys have any more thoughts on Aster, or we can move to the next character?
Move on to the next character, please.
All right.
Yes.
I think the next one, arguably the most mysterious one right now, is wind chimes.
Yo, I have no handle on wind chimes.
Right?
I
I
don't.
have no idea.
Look at him half the time, and he's like, "What's he thinking?"
And it's not just because he's a Kenkuso, like he doesn't speak so much. Because Roy does like interact, even
Yeah.
though like it's a Kenku. Like he does hand signals, he's
True.
like he does voices, and
Mhm.
he's like really getting into it as of late. Because at the start he had like a little trouble how to figure it out, and then Zep helped him out with it, and now
I'm
he's
so
just
good at it.
he got it. And he seldom speaks about himself is the thing. Like not the only thing I know about Winchamps is that he was in a band of doctors. And prior to the dream last session, I
Mhm.
wouldn't have known that he had that parental issue.
Oh God.
I
So could his parents also Kenkus?
I don't know, they
Is
can
that how it
speak in
works?
their voice.
Yeah.
Oh, can Kenkus not speak in their voice? Is that
Yeah,
They
they
don't
can.
have their own voice.
Kenkus only can speak in mimicry.
That's why Roy always has to do these voices when he's voicing wind chimes, because it's technically just an amalgamation of things that he's heard over the
Yeah, it's Bumblebee the character.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
hard to
And so
roleplay,
like
so props to
now
roleplay.
that
Yeah.
opens up a whole thing is like who is his parents? Are they Kenkus as well?
And you can only hear it from like the
Yeah, we
Yeah.
never because like
Never
he
saw
kept
them.
running to the hallway, and then it kept getting longer and longer and longer, and he never get to see the face. So we don't know. Another mystery to wind chime.
That's such a I feel like that's going to be such a really cool thing, like how we figure out how to really connect and understand with.
Yeah, he's honestly
wind
the
chimes.
biggest wild card, isn't he?
Hmm.
It's like, at least with everyone else, like Aster murders people, but you know he murders people. Like,
he can change.
I can
I can
change
fix
him.
him.
I can change it. I can fix him.
I can fix him.
You know for a fact that he murders people, and so many of these characters just kind of have their backstories more out in the open. But Wind Chimes is kind of the one who's got the least exposure of his backstory so far, I think.
I feel like the person who has like the best bet on like making that first connection with wind chimes would be Hayden because of the notebook that we found. The notebook that he
Oh, I
was
thought you would
reading.
mean that they both have wings.
Oh, that also.
Oh no, Kenkus don't have wings.
Don't have wings.
That's
Oh
the
yeah, they
thing. They
don't. That's
don't.
their gimmick. They both have feathers.
Yeah, they do have both
And they
feathers.
have human-like hands,
They can
Ah,
bond
but like
they have
over
covered with
feather
feathers.
care.
fingers. Do they have claws at the end of it, like talons?
No, I think it's just like hand
yeah,
stabs.
If
Yeah,
you
but
make
like
that
feather.
anatomically correct, that is a nightmare fuel.
Yep. So like I feel like they would have like the best chance. Like maybe
Oh,
if wind
I
chimes ever.
oh wait, they do. They do have like
Plus,
clawy
Talons?
things.
Ooh.
I thought that we would be able to learn more about wind chimes now that we're in Astia.
Mm-hmm.
Because my suspicion is he's from Astia, or at
Oh.
least,
Hmm.
or at least somehow there's like a connection to it.
Out of
Or
the characters, like who do you know? Like the origin where they're from. Who do you know so far?
Aaron's from Egna's.
Yeah,
everyone
Alois
knows that.
of
from
course.
Of course, Alois is from
Alois is from
Astia.
Astia.
This whole bottom part of the continent, that's where Eloise is from.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a feeling that Spade and Victor somehow
Didn't they say hands of
Hands of
Dower?
Dower,
Yeah.
which is also
Okay.
in
Dower-
Astia.
They were born though, or is that just where they were raised?
About
Was
born?
no. We don't know. I don't know. Was it an orphanage or like a monastery? Like
I wouldn't
Oh,
know.
I mean,
yeah.
based on what they told you, they did tell that it's like a
Like it was like a
monastery, right?
monastery type thing. Like it's very like Avatar the Last Airbender
I
monastery.
mean, technically, if you ask Spade or like, if you ask them, they would be saying where they do refer to themselves as home, right?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
technically, we know Spade is from.
Hayden, you don't know. Yeah.
We do.
Really? Didn't he say?
He
Didn't
told
Roses was like he told someone?
Zerail.
Yeah, yeah.
All
He-
right.
he
That's in my
Hold on, let me
notes.
bring up the map again.
Zerail would be in Mirth, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Where
just
is
above
part?
Marauder's Haven.
Ah.
Close to the Lanari Plaguelands.
Let me just
Um,
bring it up for everyone's convenience, including the
Yep.
stream.
And then
Here?
I don't know where Aster is from. I know they're connected to the Crimson Dawn.
Here?
Yeah.
I think. Oh, rip.
But there are so many other continents. It's insane that everyone came from
A whole
Astia.
chunk. And then you've got uncharted
living
territory.
Yes. Playa. I just noticed that. Playa.
Flia?
Flea.
Flea. I thought Playa.
Flea. Yeah.
Flea.
The settlements also belong to
Domain?
Egnas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The city on the River Agnes.
But- Do you see
It's
how? Have you noticed how huge the territory of the Crimson Dawn is?
Yep.
It is.
That's why I'm like,
And I don't
even if we go
yeah.
around it, this looks very dangerous. I'd
And I
rather.
That's why I'm like really asking the king, like, are you sure you want to fight the Crimson Dawn? Because this
And-
is even to get banded together,
Yeah.
Crimson Dawn is still bigger.
That's why me as Alois, that's why even I am not advocating for war. I'm like, just use the threat of it as a means for an alliance. Don't fight them. Because
If you bet.
because with in Alois's perspective, the Crimson Dawn has been there even when they were like the ruling nobles, right? If they didn't fuck around, like if his brother didn't fuck around with the Crimson Dawn, he doesn't have, like right now, he doesn't have that much faith in his descendants if they do try to do that.
But in theory, you get help of Sea of Egnas and you get help of Gadi. You could surround the Crimson Dawn.
We don't even know
yeah,
who is in Scotty.
Yeah, we
there
don't
there
know.
are
Who
like
are you?
there are like really like a lot of options too that you can take, especially when
And
it comes to this. Like a
How about just
lot.
don't
yeah,
like, go as far away in the other direction of Hollow Heart,
That's also a possibility if you guys want to do it.
but you're going straight into a place called the Dead Waters. So
Oh no,
yeah. No,
that's
no,
fine.
no.
It's the
that's
dead
just-
waters. It's
Yo,
fine.
it's not the dead waters, it's the dead waters.
The dead water.
Oh, Dead Waters.
Yeah, Marauders Haven is basically a lawless land.
Been
Based on like 150 years
Years
in the
ago.
past when I
Yes.
was
I wanna
running the
live
one
on
shots.
one pixel
I don't
island.
know if it's still a lawless land up to this day.
I wanna live in that one.
It's so
pixel
funny because from top to bottom, it goes from order, chaos, 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 more chaos.
Oh yeah,
That
that's
says a lot
right.
about
It's
this place then.
uncharted territory. Um, who I think next to Wind Chimes, the one of the more mysterious players
Victor.
prior to
Hayden.
It would be Hayden
Yeah.
prior to like a certain event where Mirren found out about Hayden's past. Yeah, would have been Hayden. But
Now
now
he's
that
got
everyone knows he's an Asimar,
he's got wings.
he's got wings. He's
like,
winged.
The interesting part about that, I think, is that's just part one.
Yep.
Mm,
I'm scared.
like for sure, there's more.
I feel like even with this whole sneak peek into everyone's trauma, this is barely scratching the surface. Like
Barely
Yeah.
I can say like for myself,
Yeah,
with what you've seen with Alois, that shit's nothing.
It's like peering into a keyhole.
Yeah.
yeah.
Whatever you guys thought, that's nothing. I would have told you that if you asked. What the fuck? Heck, you would find out. You put me on the stage, that will happen. You know?
Oh no, Aloy.
Yeah.
Yours, but in other DM's perspective, when I was building up how you guys were gonna experience the collective dream, yours was the one that felt so real.
Oh, for
Yeah.
real.
I
Yeah.
loved acting as Alois during that part, I swear.
Because
It was-
I legitimately like I wanted to package it like what I remember stage fright to be.
Mm.
Like everything is a blur, but like everything is so clear at the same time.
It was the
I-
realest because like out of all of the backstories that we found out in that dream, like no one has been in a burning orphanage. A lot of us has disappointed parents, but everyone has experienced stage fright.
No one has been in a burning orphanage.
Zep's like,
Um,
I am so interested in looking back on this session when we
Oh,
like
God.
find out so much more about each other's characters. Like
oh yeah.
when we as players and we as characters find out more about each other, because I love it that you guys are seeing Aloise's story as stage fright,
Mm.
and there's just like
Not
so much
underlying
stuff
imposter
there.
syndrome created by the need
Secret.
to impress your parents or any
Secret.
form of-
I
You know-
feel like
you
there's
know-
something more sinister. That's my
Anyways,
hunch. There's something more sinister with
Nick,
Alois's
Nick,
backstory.
It's stage
I
fright. It's stage fright.
stage fright.
It's stage fright.
You know, but like I just love seeing that, and then I want like that. What the fuck? This has been here all this time with like everyone else, because I like gripping onto words. Like when you say something and I find it interesting, I'm like,
I would tuck that in my word
You know?
stash.
It's stage
Yeah.
fright.
Okay,
But I
let me
really like-
let me theorize about Alois. I feel like there's something more sinister to it. And as well as the very fact that you have such a sibling bond but there is no bond with the parents. Like you never mention the parents ever on your own. Like it can't just be stage fright. So that's my thought process on Alois is like it can't just be simple stage fright and just domineering parents. I feel like why it seems as if the parents are written out of existence when it comes to like talking about their family. So yeah,
And to
that's
prevent
me.
Mike
This is
from
my poker face.
responding to
Uh
that,
huh.
I have to do that, so I
someone in
don't.
Yes.
chat complimented your hair color at the JC.
Oh,
So
thank you.
pretty.
Oh, it's Kiger.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Thank you. Thank you.
What's up,
Yo,
man?
thanks for watching.
What up,
Thank you for
dude?
And that
watching.
nice hair color.
Oh.
I also have hair color, but it's not obvious from the front. You can see the white
Yeah,
there.
it's silver. Is it silver or is it gray?
Yeah, it's kind of faded into a silver now. It's really nice.
Oh, nice.
Sylvia.
You always have to like walk with like brushing your hair upwards so that
Yeah,
everyone
like
can see.
I can like when I tie my hair up, it's visible. So that's
Yeah.
fun. But yes, what else can we talk about? Because I was going to ask as well about we glossed over this a bit in the start, but I was thinking about what do you guys plan to do with Victor?
Hello.
What do we plan? Hey, Mike.
I'm just gonna restart. Sorry.
Alright.
Yeah.
All right.
What do we plan about Victor? Victor. What to do? How do you solve a problem like Victor, basically?
Solve a
In
problem
theory,
like
his
Victor.
soul is gone. His soul went going gone.
But
So
why is he there?
Yeah. Why is he there?
like, is that his soul? Is that his body? Is his soul back in his body? Did he color his hair?
I have no idea why Victor is there. But Mirin would think that it's because of her magic mumbo jumbo.
Oh god,
So she's
yeah.
gonna be the one who's gonna be most open to welcoming Victor
Oh
back.
god. Thank you, Xavier. I can imagine it in my head already.
Yeah,
No.
That'll
I
be
know
great.
like people will be kind of like skeptical about this Victor, but Mirin would be the first to welcome because
I feel like
Oh, yeah.
Mirin and Nick.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Nick has always been
Nick is Nick.
worried. No,
Friendly,
he's
but
been worried
cautious.
actively about
Yeah,
Victor
about
the
Victor.
whole time.
Yeah. And on my perspective, as Alois and as Mike, I have no clue how to be useful in this whole situation with like encountering Nego Victor.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Anti-Victor.
I'm gonna go skedaddle.
This is the
guys
first
open
time
that
you're
can
gonna
of
be
worms yourself.
meeting Victor. That's true.
Yeah, and I feel like talking about Alois, right? And how, before Azaria, Alois and Alois now, he has never been the type to be super open to like
Yeah.
new situations, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like if he connects that, hey, this guy is the guy in the infirmary, what is he doing here? I think it would frighten him. And even though like Nick has been really nice to him, and like he had like a moment with Mirin and the whole he would be a bit uncomfortable, especially if people start like arguing or whatever, or like talking amongst themselves about the whole Victor situation, because Alois honestly, I think Alois wouldn't have a say on what the fuck is going on because he hasn't really met real Victor, and this whole thing's gonna be confusing. So I feel like he would like really just dip the fuck out.
But it makes sense. It makes sense. You
Yeah.
know, it's not
And-
like you can actively do anything because to Alois, Victor is a stranger.
Yeah, he is.
True.
And
That's true.
And like, what about? Wait, I lost my train of thought. And like, yeah, I feel like if I stay there, I would I would just be watching the whole thing happen. And then if I try to say my input, there would always be Alois would have this fear of someone going like, why are you giving your input type of thing. Like, even if he has like this speculation, people are kind, right? He would have that thought in him. So he would be, see ya, you guys sort this out.
And then you can find Aster in the woods, and you're gonna have a moment,
And have what's the ship name for that?
I knew you were gonna use that.
Yeah, like once you opened OBS, I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
I never turned.
Aster and Aloise's ship name real quick.
Anyways, hello. So, Esther Louise. Yes. I mean, I'm just really curious on how that would play out, though.
I want to see them grow. I ship, and also Spade and Mirin.
What?
The Spade and Mirren is so like
I
you
have
wouldn't
been
understand
rooting
unless
for
you've
it.
been there since the start.
I've been
Like,
here since
yeah.
day one, and
Yeah.
I know that Spade and Mirin have something that neither of them refuse to want to acknowledge, and
It's interesting. I want to see
whether
that
you
as
like
well.
it or not, and it's probably a leftover from all those times that malapit na maging sila ni Filipino. But oh, look at Spade. Hi, Spade.
Spain. Yeah, so it's like, I remember now. I remember my train of thought. I'm so messy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With like the whole situation, right, of Victor returning.
Yeah.
So like, my thinking is, as Alois, I would not be comfortable staying there, right? In a group of acquaintances and a stranger in a situation that doesn't make sense. And then, as Mike, a player in the group, my thinking is, well, if we're gonna have Ellie and Dudes back, we need a way to transition like them coming back, because Dudes is there, he's in the room. So I want to just have that opportunity of, all right, let's reintegrate Ellie back into the session
Okay.
uh
Yeah.
smoothly, other than just also while you're all having this argument, Aster walks in also, and that's just gonna be like a clusterfuck. So, you know,
Alois brings
I am-
Aster back.
I am
Yeah.
putting my agenda of one of
Stop.
wanting to talk to wanting to talk to Aster, as well as like, you know,
Oh, Kuya
maybe
Zen,
it'll
you
mesh
should-
better in terms of
You
show.
should make a size accurate, because everyone in the party is tall, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
Aster tall.
No, Mirren's 5'6".
Mirren's 5'6".
5'6", 5'7".
So it's
I'm
'cause
short.
Eden radiates tall person energy. Victor radiates tall person energy.
He does.
Aster, I know for a fact, is tall. Spade, I believe, is also very tall.
5'8" at least.
Mhm.
And then you have the short line, which is Mirren and Alois and
And
Windchime.
wind chimes.
Digit wind chimes. And
Baby
I
wind
want to
chimes.
see them in a size accurate portrait.
Oh God.
Just
'Cause it's very clear.
everyone.
It's
I
very
wanna-
clear that like in the splash art that you made for them, right? They're
Yeah.
like the smaller people have been sized up.
I just want to share. Speaking of splash art, I don't know if it will. I'll add Alois in.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
So we need to add you in.
He's my wallpaper.
Aww.
Oh.
I feel so honored.
He's so pretty. I love Zaki. Yes. I want to do that. Like I've made a little like in my art, I have like this tiny style where I draw things small, and I've done that for Alois and the Misfits already. And
Yeah.
I want to do that for Alois in this unnamed group of 7.
Why do we have no name? It irks me as a player that it's hard to refer to the group.
Yeah.
Unnamed group of 7.
Name.
we should, you know, that should be like our first order of business once we get real Victor back.
Do you guys
It's like,
have
hey
any
guys,
suggestions?
I don't.
No, because like Ace is actively against naming the group.
What? It's so hard to say.
Because Ace
It's so
wants it to be made organically because he had a
Yeah.
party name way back before, and that was made entirely organically by the fact that if you got the first letters of all our characters' names, it was really funny when you put it together because it sounded like and but what are the first letters of everyone's names? Maybe we can make
There's
something
two
funny.
A's.
There's two
There's
A's,
three
an M.
A's. Oh no.
Three A.
Oh, no, two A's. An S.
Aster, Alois, Mirin, Hayden, Wind Chimes, Victor. Oh no, we have a W and a V.
That does not make sense.
Who am
Shavarma.
I? Spade.
It sounds like you guys are about to spell shawarma.
Shawarma. Yeah.
We
Thinking
could
about
be
it.
we could be the Sham Vow instead of
No,
Sham
thanks.
Wow.
No thanks. No
The
thanks.
shawarma 7. The shawarma 7. That would be fun.
Oh yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, with the whole org, I understand that because now I'm thinking about it. Pre Azaria Alois, he was in this group called the Misfits, and that also came organically.
It did. It
Yeah,
did.
Ah,
right.
you're
It
right.
always grows organically, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
fun.
Because if
when
you
it makes
didn't get it
attached
at the
to
start,
name.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you didn't get it at the start when you met, you're gonna get it at the end when you already know the whole story.
Yeah, so most likely y'all aren't gonna get a name for a
And now
while.
like Adventure 6 was like really smooth off the tongue, but now it's like Adventure 7. I think there's an extra syllable. Doesn't make sense.
No, Adventure
Take
7.
one off the front and put one in the back. Oh,
Yeah.
I approve.
It's not accurate. Aster
Oh
has to
no!
be taller.
Yeah, Aster's
Oh,
like
no.
taller.
Oh no!
You can't get it
Alois,
out.
Alois is getting closer. Oh no!
Oh
I love the fact that they both have like long hair.
Well, they look
so
great
many
together too. Like
Just the dark, edgy, and then the light, bubbly.
I love that.
kind.
yeah, it's like a darker character with like this flamboyant fashion, and then there's the introvert with the boob window.
Hey, let me have the boob window, Chris. It looks good on him.
Yes, I
Yon.
didn't say it didn't.
Isn't he shorter? Like, I don't know.
Shorter.
6'3"
Wait,
to
it-
5'5".
That's the difference of maybe like 4 inches max.
Mm.
And then
You have to
someone's
go
gonna be in the back like, "Stop! You are breaking the law."
Hayden.
This is a Wendy's.
Hey, then don't be homophobic.
Alois
No!
lower
What?
down, as in lower down.
Okay.
The top of his head should hit Aster's chin.
Like shoulder.
Okay. No.
That looks very sus.
No, please
Uh-uh.
don't do that, sir. There you go.
Hey, then
Lower. No, I know height differences, man. Jesus, hi emo Victor.
that's
Mega
the homophobe.
Victor. Zombie Victor?
That's
We
the
don't
That's the
homophobe.
homophobe. That's the homophobe if I ever see one.
Oh god.
He's the
Oh.
one who's like he
He's like-
sculpted his cheekbones specifically to cut gays apart.
God is watching.
The thing about Victor is, I feel like he's told us a lot about himself. At least in a way. But
In a way. Yeah.
but he's lived a full life before adventuring. So there's still so much about him that we don't know.
I literally don't know anything about
You don't know
Victor.
anything about
Even as Mick, I don't know anything about Victor. I walk into the
Question.
first episode, and then all of you are fighting. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
How old are all the members of the party? Because Mirin's
Yeah.
pretty innocent, but she's also sheltered.
Oh, Mirin is this allowed to be divulged, Seth? The ages of the character?
I mean,
Because I know it was a big deal for wind chimes.
yeah, it is a big deal for wind chimes.
Okay, if you
I
can't
don't know.
disclose, then it's fine.
Yeah. We know that Aloise is like a
Old, old.
bajillion years
Okay.
old.
Oh,
Can
okay.
okay. When I first popped up, I exaggerated the age because I legit didn't know the timeline. But now I can say for sure that Alois is. Can I say that?
It's up to
I
you.
can. Yeah, Alois is
Redacted.
269 years old,
Nice.
which
Nice.
which I did not plan intentionally. It just when we were calculating the years and shit, I was like, oh, he's 269.
Birthday.
All right.
Nice.
When does that end? When's his birthday?
I will never. Oh, he's there.
There you go.
There.
There.
Oh wait, let's make it this more appropriate to where he is.
Next, there we go.
I don't mind.
I think the height is just right.
Closer to
Yeah.
Bay.
Yeah.
Closer to Bay.
And I mean that's why Aster's arms are open wide. He's waiting for
Yeah.
his way.
What you got
Foreshadowing.
arms like that for to hold another man with? No.
Yeah.
Why is Alois's waist so small for another man to
Other
hold?
man? No,
Yeah.
hold it.
Hmm.
Oh God.
What the fuck? Is there a ghost?
The thing about Spade, on the other hand, is that there's so many. It's multitude,
Mhm.
right? You
Yes.
think you're getting a handle on one character, and then suddenly, oh, there's another character.
Mhm.
Like, oh no. And then she's an
There was
onion,
that
basically.
other
She's Shrek.
character.
Shrek.
Oh,
I feel like. What do you say? Because, like, even if we tried to connect with Nick and ask him, like, hey, what's going on, whatever, I feel like we need to connect with Spade first because whenever something big happens, Nick is like, oh, Spade said I can't say. So I feel like
Like
the main connection we have to make is with Spade first.
Spade is the lanceriest.
Spade is such
well,
a
that's
Yeah.
not even a lancer.
What does that
Because
mean?
Spade doesn't want to
Oh,
do stuff.
Explain
Lancer is
Lancerza.
the Sasuke of a group, basically. If every group has a Naruto and a Sasuke, and a Lancer is to be the Sasuke of the group, the Blue Ranger, if you will.
Mm.
He's
So,
like the next in line in the leadership, and
Mhm.
he's
The one who
always
provokes the
yeah.
Naruto's leadership the
either
most.
they're super supportive of the leader
Mhm.
or they're like super against.
Alright.
And like Spade is one of the reasons why like the party doesn't have a name still.
Yeah.
And like why they're somehow hesitant about some of the quests too.
Mm.
Spade and Mirren did not meet well. They had to meet ugly, and it never got better. It's
It
just
will.
It's
a
going to
slow
take time
burn.
first before it gets
It's
better
a
because
slow
we're with
burn.
Nick.
Now it's with Nick. I don't have a problem with Nick. It's just Spade. I'm speaking as Mirren. Like Mirren
Yeah.
doesn't have a problem with Nick, but Spade and Mirren are just oil and water. We can't
Red
mix.
Ranger, Blue Ranger.
Mm.
But you know what they say about Naruto and Sasuke? They're still the most
Oh,
popular ship
believe
in
it.
Naruto.
Believe it.
They're still the most popular ship in Naruto.
They are.
Always
Yeah.
the enemies to lover ships that are like the creme de la creme.
A lot of the things about the campaign, like without spoiling anything, will be like really like a slow burn. Even though it's kind of eventful, like every session you say that like there's always something significant happening.
Mm.
But out of this, out of the story so far that's being told, it's like not even
Yeah.
within the fourth
Yeah.
of what we're trying to tell.
God.
Right now, like even though it feels like we've gone through a lot already, while I'm writing down notes,
Yeah.
there is a lot of blank gaps still. Like it feels like cute. This is like it feels like a lot of stuff is happening, but there's still like a lot for us to discover.
True.
And Wow. And I guess it would be really hard if, since we still don't have like the full actual party, fuck nega Victor. and like since we don't have since Mirren has this whole thing against Spade, as well as Victor and Spade had that conflict, and
Yeah.
the fact that Alois and Spade, I'm so sorry, haven't really met.
Yeah.
It's going to really not in a bad way. Like I feel like this is why it would take like a while, because characters will still have to learn to trust each other, and it's so hard to do that when they are getting tossed into like a shit fan all the time, because there's no downtime to connect and bond except through the trials that are happening.
There's always like a lot to process for them, like combined with the journey, like the journey itself, and like they've already been through a lot for such a short time of being together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
And-
I want though? I
Yeah.
want to see them play. I want to see them go into a tavern and just enjoy a drinking game.
That was supposed to be last session, but then he was
Yeah.
like, trigger
It was a
warning.
shopping trip.
Zap.
like legitimately
Them
when
one
he was like,
drinking
all right,
game.
today's downtime, and I was like, oh, that's
Okay, so I have
cool.
a personal vendetta against this. Okay, so Zep once asked me, "Hey, can you help me test run this game? I'm gonna have the players play it." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." And then we started betting a few things, and that's how I got to the thing that I have to do this Christmas, that which we will not divulge to the stream just yet. But like, that's how I got to do. That's why I have to do the thing that I'm doing this Christmas, right? And then he's like, "Okay, this is a nice game. I'm gonna use it in the campaign." And then it just never happened. It just never happened.
He's
It's
never.
a slow burn.
The time hasn't come.
Yeah.
I just want to see them drink.
The most downtime moment you guys have ever had was
So the
that
murder?
no the one time where they stopped the carriage somewhere.
Oh yeah, we did.
We were there.
Alois
that was-
wasn't there yet.
I was like, when we were talking about like the downtime, right? When we were on the way to the arcane shop or whatever,
Yeah.
what I was planning after that was to ask Kuya Zep, like, oh, is there like a bard in the middle, or is there music? And I would feel like, in a way to connect with like Mirren and Nick, I would be like carried by like the feeling of home and music. Like he just tugs Mirren in, and then like they start like dancing around the square or some shit.
Oh,
And
that
then like he
sweet.
would have thought like he would bring Nick up on stage and like help him find his music. But no, hey, weren't you dead?
Oh
Guess I can't
yeah.
do that now.
Like,
Weren't
oh
you
my
dead?
God, tuck hair behind ear. Oh my god, Eloise.
like I was planning to be like, all right, okay, I could have moments with like people Alois would want to talk to and stuff like that. I was like, no,
Weren't you dead?
weren't you there?
This is the downside of like streaming, because prior to streaming we had all the time in the world to do
Solo
to do
sessions.
solo
Mhm.
sessions and downtimes with each other. But now that we're streaming, we haven't really figured out a way to do that effectively.
I have a
Mhm.
personal recommendation though. Like,
Yeah?
maybe for the holidays, you guys can have more downtime then. Like, this is a suggestion directly to DM, because holidays in particular are just relaxed time.
That really depends, I think, with like the
And yeah,
ano,
like
the players'
it's nothing,
schedule.
It's nothing that like even the DM can't really control, like the
Mhm.
timing of everything. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So it's not like a hardcore like you have to do this kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
maybe would be a nice if you want them
Like-
to relax if ever.
Like definitely for me, like with my situation and my whole family, like we don't really celebrate the holidays. So if that were to come up, I'm like, yeah, sure, something fun. But like I know like it's such like a Filipino
Like we
thing to be
do,
like, let's go
like
to
we
the
said.
province
Yeah.
for
Oh,
Christmas
if I
or
go to the
however.
province, goodbye for 2 weeks because I don't have internet in the
Yeah,
province. So
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
bye.
like we said, there might be something happening on Christmas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's that as well. So
So keep your eyes
it's
peeled.
a toss up of a lot of it's a toss up of a lot and a lot of different things. So like,
We'll see.
Also, the New Year's. Look forward to the New Year's.
I don't trust his expression.
oh. Also,
But that means I'm ready.
Speaking of holidays, I have always thought about what kind of holidays there are in Azaria. Because there are three
Actually,
gods. There should be
yeah,
like a shit ton of
of
holidays.
festivals, yeah.
Yes, and
because it's so god
festivals.
centric. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
and
like yeah, yeah. All right, continue them. Go long.
Mhm.
this last shopping trip that we went to, and we were all like, "Oh, Hayden, you can finally see those glasses that you like so much." And he's like, "No, I never liked glasses." I wanted to say like Mirin silently hides the glass that she bought for Hayden for like a Zevian festival.
That would be so cute. I feel like all right. That's like connecting that to our previous topic. If
Mm.
ever we were going to get like a downtimey episode, it would be like
Oh,
a
it
god
would be like a
Holiday.
good
festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
festival.
that makes more
Yeah.
sense than my
It's also
previous
so
suggestion.
funny because when I was setting it up, like this was pre-stream. I was asking a few people like, oh, should I name my months or should I name like my weeks and days? And I
And you
did,
did.
and they felt like it was overkill.
Yeah.
Like, come on, it's not gonna be like. And now that it's a
Hard to keep
stream,
track of
like
it.
people are like saying like, make a holiday or something. Like, all right, dude.
What holiday?
No, but yeah, yeah, it's like admittedly enough, it's been in the back
Mhm.
of my mind like ever since because yeah,
Like,
Mm.
mm,
a lot of festivals are based on beliefs and stuff,
mhm,
so it would be impossible not to have it.
mhm.
But
Mm.
at the same time, where the party has been so far has been a lot of
Oopsie.
where they've been so far hasn't been like the very festive
Mhm.
cities.
We aren't in like
Mm.
the right
Yeah.
place for
Because
it.
if you
Storm's
think about it, like
Storm's fire.
Hollow Fire was the most quote unquote festive, and you guys weren't there for too long.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I feel like if something like if we wanted like an organic type of downtime, it would be there's this big festival and like literally nothing is open, but there's only the only thing you can do today is to celebrate type of thing.
It's the
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
beach
true.
episode.
It's a
Mhm.
beach episode.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind the beach episode,
I wouldn't
honestly.
Sure,
Because
honestly.
yeah.
it's been like arc after arc of just
Mhm.
intense combat and
Yeah.
intense story drop and lore drops and drama. So like
Want to
if
see the
one comes up
characters
in
smile
holiday,
again.
yeah.
It's a good change of pace, especially
Mhm.
like we're coming up with the holidays as well.
Yeah.
I do have some stuff in mind, especially with the following months.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, there's a possibility that like as soon as maybe we find the time to wrap things up, we'll see what happens. I won't make any promises because, that's
Yeah,
Yeah,
spoiler stuff.
obviously, obviously.
That's spoilery, but like
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I do agree with having holidays in the world because it can only like add more flavor to the feel of it being a lived in world.
Mm.
Yeah,
And also I just want to give Hayden a glass,
and
a
also not
bottle.
all and also not all holidays are good.
That's
That's
true.
true. And also I spaced out a bit because you guys mentioned beach episode and now my brain's like, now I want to draw Alois in beachwear. And I'm like, I should do that. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Is
What
there
does
a
your look
beach
like?
in
I
where
should
we
What
do
does
are
that.
beachwear
though?
look like in the time
Y'all
period
should
that
hear
Azaria is in?
about Crimson Dawn holidays.
No, but genuine, like how
Anyways.
how did beachwear used to look? Was like modern beachwear is like modern beachwear.
Yeah, yeah.
But what's Azaria?
Wasn't it like the bodysuit looking?
Yeah,
That was
with the
Yeah.
more. That
stripes.
was relatively modern. I'm
That
talking
was
Yeah.
modern.
medieval
Yeah, that was
times.
modern.
Yeah, but usually it was like
People just go in buck
cotton wood.
naked, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Then
or
they
like
go
they go in their clothes,
Or like
loincloth
or
style.
like, it's D&D. Whatever the fuck you want.
You
Yeah,
could, yeah,
loincloth
you could
I
style,
feel
go
man.
like people just
naked.
go
You
in
could.
buck
Underwear.
I'm
naked.
sure some people like wore maybe pants, underwear.
I
Hmm.
mean, they do have like
I have
that
to look
old
at it.
tiny underwear. What's
Yeah.
it called? Is it like breeches or something?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they wore that, right?
Oh,
Mirin would be swimming in full plate of armor. Because she is from the Sea of Agnes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
the earliest I can find is like 1920. Did they have swimsuits in the medieval times?
Anglo-Saxon wear fairly slender undergarments, though.
In the Renaissance, swimming and outdoor bathing were discouraged in the Christian West, and there was little need for swimwear.
There you go, that's
Why
why.
don't you guys
There
just
you
go to a
go.
bathhouse?
I guess they would still
True.
wear like a tunic or something.
No, what they're saying is they didn't swim at all, which is why they didn't have swimwear.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because of like the weather as well. Like it's never
It's
hot.
Europe,
In Europe.
cold.
Yeah, it's like low key never hot.
Mm. I'm just gonna draw at least a
Last
beachwear
Middle
now.
Ages was
Yeah, you
naked,
can. No
and then
one's
they
gonna
had
stop you.
No one can. I do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
yeah, draw Louise in swimwear, and then have Aster in the back going awooga.
Awooga.
Awooga. I also look
Oh,
forward like when you get Ellie on this show.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
a shame that Ellie's. I know Ellie's a bit busy, so
Yeah.
hopefully soon I can get her free so that she can appear on the show because that's gonna be a lot of fun. Out of all the people in the server, Ellie's the one I've been friends with the longest. We've been friends since like grade 1.
Whoa. Lord.
So yeah, we've known each other for a long time. So that's gonna be fun. Oh god. But actually, yeah, oh god. 2 hours passed by so quickly. What the
What?
hell?
Oh, is
No
it? Oh
way.
god. Whoa.
Yeah,
So
it's
cool.
almost 10:30. Oh
Because we're just like
no.
talking.
But we need to
Yeah,
talk
we were
Yeah.
just talking about Azaria.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
This is why all of our just chatting streams end up going into Azaria. Because
Yeah.
there's so
Yeah.
much
We
to
have
say
s-
about
we have so much to
Azaria.
say about Azaria, yeah.
Like we got into holidays, we talked about individual characters, suspicions we have of other characters, trauma, lots of trauma.
What do you
And
guys think about? I have a proposal to make.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The moment, say this now, manifesting or whatever. When we get partner,
Mhm.
when
Oh,
it's not
shooting your
if,
shot.
When,
All right.
when
yeah,
we
no,
get
Yeah, yeah.
when we get Twitch partner, the very first stream after we get Twitch partner will be like somewhat face to face, but if people need to like be on screen, they still can be, and everyone will be in cosplay.
Right.
I
So here's the thing.
don't
It's so hard to cosplay Mirin because that's a scale mail armor.
No,
also
you
seems
can
like
you can
hopeless.
just do like
Um,
simplified cosplay.
Alois has the confidence to wear a boob window.
I am. Oh God, no! Wait. Okay. All right.
I wear hoodies every time we play a game. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've noticed.
Hoodie.
I mean, you can you
We
can
do
you
have
can
a
tailor
hoodie
it, like,
uniform.
you can tailor it to be something underneath and then make it look like a boob window.
Like a nude
Also, it's
colored
like
shirt,
I
maybe?
feel like the
Yeah.
most Alois thing I could do is like find a way to get his earrings, but at the same time I don't have piercings in my ears.
Just you can buy clip-ons.
That's true, but like
And also, you can just
his
bring
thing
a
is
violin.
And you might also see me dress up as a minor BBEG.
Are you gonna be speaker auger? Because if you are, I am gonna punch you in the
Do I
face.
get to do
I hate that guy.
Or maybe a god. Or
do
maybe
we
a
get to
god.
see Kuya Zep makeup?
Zepian?
I love
Zepian.
Zepian?
Loki. I love putting
Zep
on makeup.
this?
It's great, right?
It's
It
so
Now
good.
is.
Zep?
That was it.
That was
Zepian
Zep?
is closest.
Zepian. Yeah.
I mean, with the hair and like my
Yeah.
beard,
Yep.
Zepian is. Oh, also, wait. Let me
Zepian.
show you something. I will expose myself for being cringe today. Don't worry.
Cringe.
Cring.
I
Wait.
feel like if you are letting like simple cosplay, I will wrap this around my shoulders and like
That's
bleach my hair blonde, and I'm like, yeah, I'm Eloise. Hi
This is
guys.
one of the references that I used for drawing Zevian, like early versions of him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's normal though to use yourself as
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
so
yeah. But
cute.
like, it's kind of cringe.
references are always like that.
Zepian. So Zepian.
Zepian.
Now
Zepian.
you have to drop all the
Zepian.
splash art you've ever
Also,
made.
Speaker Augur was supposed to look like this, but we went stream, so we can't use it live.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't
I
because like
would
the
punch
speaker
that man
auger.
in the face.
Right? Right? He
If you
is
look like
the
okay,
worst.
you see a man like that, and you're like, you can't be trusted. Like, look at you. What the fuck? Why are we trusting this
Yeah.
guy?
To be fair, I don't think he ever gave off the impression that he had to be trusted. Even the
He
experience my NPC had with him
he speaker auger from the get-go was an
Mhm.
asshole and
was.
died an asshole. We
Then why did
think.
no one punch him
I
in the
don't know
face?
if he died.
This
If
is
he
what he
was
looks
an
like
Oh,
before he
now
died.
he looks like that, and I'm
Yeah,
like, I can't believe it.
yeah,
but he used
I
to
see
look like
that.
he just used to look like this.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, he just used to
Damn.
And
look like
like,
I would punch
I
that
would
man in the
punch that
face.
man in the face just to
Like
see his
in
hat
the
fly
the
off.
part where like I was like straight there.
yeah.
Like
Gun.
why?
Katonk, katonk, katonk.
That's true.
And he always took pot shots at Mirin, and
Yeah.
I couldn't think of
I
an
couldn't think of a
answer.
comeback.
I couldn't think of a comeback that quick. So I'm just like seething, just
What
quietly
is that?
seething.
That's
Oh,
Daniel.
that's Danir. That's the other Xavionite.
Oh,
And
Important.
Zepian
The
like
most
speaker.
important Xavionite, as it were.
he's also like so arrogant about no one can retort against him.
Ah,
He's so
had I been
smarmy.
there?
He's so smarmy. He
He like you should have been there. He made this whole speech in front of the
Mhm.
whole city, mocking everyone for them to speak up, but no one did.
No, and then
I
because we were there. It's our first time getting to the city, and we didn't want to get into trouble. But then trouble found us.
What session was that? Was that like session
Session
one?
one.
That was
I
session
want
one.
to.
First session.
I would have talked to that bitch.
Oh,
He's
Hayden was
just
so close to like just
Hayden
Yeah.
getting
was
angry,
seething.
but like we're
That was the
like,
first time I
let's
ever heard.
not do
That's the
anything
first time I ever
hasty.
heard Roses yell.
Mm.
Yeah. Like as a DM though, it's so fun to be a villain. But not to antagonize your players. Just because you can
Don't
make a good story out of it.
A little
don't
bit to
even
antagonize
say
your
as
player.
a DM, Zep. I know you enjoy playing villains, not even as a DM.
True.
That's why.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel that. I love playing evil characters too. Like, woohoo!
Yeah.
Borat
But like,
Compass. Fuck
I
that shit.
I don't like but for some reason I don't like evil campaigns.
Mm.
I
We never
like
played one though.
no, I mean like
Even watching them, you don't like it?
yeah, because it feels it doesn't feel as fun. It feels fun in theory, right?
Mm.
Like
Mm.
we get to do whatever you want. But like the fun thing about D&D is that you get to live out like
I
the
think
hero fantasy sometimes.
I think the difference is in an evil campaign, you have to be the bad guy long term. When you're DMing and playing a villain, you can be evil, but at the end of the day, you're still there to support your players, you know?
That's true. And like good villains don't think that they're bad outright. They just
Mm.
think that they're more
Mhm.
right than the
Mhm.
people they're
Mhm.
going against.
Like really compelling villains are like I love
Yeah.
seeing those type of
And like with Augur, he really believes that what he stands for is right.
Oh, he's an
That's why
asshole.
he like won't back down to anyone. And
No,
he
but
knows
he
it, and
also knows that he's an asshole.
he
Like
Yeah.
knows
he
that
knows
he's
he's
an
pushing
a-hole.
those buttons. He
Yes.
Yes.
enjoys it.
Yeah.
He knows
But
he's a
also for
villain.
him,
He
but
knows
also
he's
for
a
him,
villain.
the GC's so mad. But also for him, he knows that like that's where his power comes from. And as a Zevionite,
Hmm.
power is everything.
Yeah, power is
Mhm.
everything. Also, I don't like how much
About
we're talking
Drive.
about Ogre. He's not even a
He's not
character in this.
relevant.
He's not
Anyways,
relevant. Why
back
are we
to
talking
Mirin and
about
Eloise.
him? Yeah.
You
No,
are
but
with
like, yeah.
nobility. I'm kidding.
But
You are with nobility. That's correct.
actually, finishing that rant up with for Speaker Augur, we have actually it should more or less be the time that we end today's session of Ask
We're
Azaria.
ending
I
Ask
believe we
Azaria
ended on
on Speaker Augur.
Augur.
Come on,
We
let's have
can't
like
end
one more
on
topic.
Speaker
Let's have
Augur.
one
That's why
more
I tried
topic.
to end it at the beach episode, and
Let's
y'all
let's
were like,
let's
"No,
let,
Speaker
let's find
Augur."
let's find one more topic.
One more topic. Okay, a
I don't
cute
want
topic.
to end on
Do you have
asshole
some
Speaker
quick
A
Augur.
cute
questions
topic.
time?
A cute topic. A cute
Okay,
topic.
there you go.
If you guys want, if your characters would have familiars, who would they be?
Oh, I do have a familiar. It's Lucian, the fish dog.
Yes,
The
Lucian.
Lucian, the fish doggo.
I haven't thought of any. Oh my god. Wait.
I feel like something like a small bird for Alois.
Hmm.
little songbird.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
songbird.
a songbird.
And then like
Perfect.
it chirps while he plays. Like it chirps
Yeah,
Speaker
around.
it
Augur.
usually
Dances
Speaker
has
on
to
Augur
his
would have
stay.
a
Sad.
little
shoulder.
dog.
He's too
We
shy
are
to
Stop
not
say
it.
so.
We're not
interested
talking
in
about
Speaker
that.
Ogre.
Like a mean-faced bulldog.
Stop.
Oh, not a dog,
Um
please. Dogs don't deserve Speaker Ogre.
Speaker Ogre
Truly.
does not deserve any animal.
Yeah.
I wonder
I
what
haven't even
other.
met the guy and he's already pushing my buttons. I
It's so
swear.
funny because like
Please
the
don't
meme,
bring the it back to Speaker Ogre, will
Oh
you?
no,
like
we
there
are
no
never
like
gonna
Stop
end. We're
like
never gonna end.
there are some people that like within meeting him for the first 5 seconds you immediately just hate them. And there are also some people like within the first 5 seconds you immediately like them.
Yeah.
Like Oliver.
Oh,
Oh my
Oliver.
God. Let's not talk. Let's not bring up
Okay.
Oliver right now. I don't want to end on a sad note.
Okay, for the other characters, what kind of animal do you think they'd have like as a familiar companion? I think
I
Spade is a
think
cat
Or a monkey.
Or a
or a
monkey.
monkey.
Yeah.
yeah, Aster would have
Or
a
a
cat.
chameleon
Mm.
is what I'm thinking for like
I would
Spade.
love Spade to have like a flying monkey
If
that has a
if
long ass tail.
if Mirin did not